What's up, YouTube? Okay, so this is the second episode of the Workout Wednesday series that I have started on my channel. And if you haven't seen the episode 1, it'll be in the bottom bar below. So go watch it before you watch this so you know what's going on. So this one's gonna be how you get started, how to get into this workout groove, how I did it and how you should do it. And yeah, let's just jump right into it. So number 1 is stop making excuses. The main 3 excuses I always hear is I don't have the time, I don't have the money, and I still live at home with my parents. Okay, as far as money goes, work out at your house. Your furniture can be your entire workout gym. It doesn't take much to work out. It's easy. You can make weights at home using water. All you need is a scale. And if you're working out, chances are you already have a scale. So just measure water, put it on the scale, see how much it weighs, and lift those. Use 2-liter bottles, use 24-ounce bottles. It's still weights. So what that it doesn't look like an actual weight? It's still weights. Use that. You don't need to go to a gym. You can do plenty workouts at your house that'll help you do it. You don't need the protein shakes, the protein powders, the, muscle milk. You don't need all of that. That is just accessories to go with working out. And it's actually not necessary to get fit. I don't have any of that stuff. I don't drink protein shakes. I don't drink, fruit smoothies. I don't drink any of that. Why? Because I can't afford it. So I don't drink it. And I'm still seeing progress. So that's not an excuse. As far as time goes, if you work out on your days off, okay? You only have 2 days off a week. Work out on those 2 days. Any working out's better than no working out. Say you have a 9-to-5 job. Wake up an hour early and work out for 20 minutes before you go to work or before you have to start getting ready for work. It seems like it's going to tire you out, but it actually gives you much more energy than what you'll ever realize it's going to. If you're a mom, work out whenever your child is napping. Work out whenever, you get any type of a break from your child, or incorporate your child into your workout. Make it fun for him or her too. Have her help mommy. Have her help mommy lift weights. Have her help mommy do push-ups. Have her help mommy do other things. Just because you have a child does not mean you can't work out. You can work out. You just need to find ways around it, and you need to stop making that excuse. That's just an excuse. That's not a reason. If you're a college student and you're like, I don't have time to work out, I have classes all the time, I understand that. But say, Monday through Friday, on Tuesdays and Thursdays, you have a class at 8 o'clock in the morning. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, you have a class at noon. Work out on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. And then use Tuesday, Thursday, and Wednesday as your rest days. That would work out perfectly. And you're not, overdoing yourself. You can have rest days. And just because you have to be up early doesn't mean you can't work out either. But if you're not an early person, then just work out in your breaks, Say you have class from 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock, and then your next class isn't until 1 o'clock. Instead of using, you need to use that time to eat, obviously. But instead of using that time to go hang out with friends or, to go back to your dorm and sleep. Go back to your dorm and work out. Most college campuses usually have gyms somewhere on it, and they're usually free. Use that gym, use that freeness that you have to go to that gym. Just, and you just have to work out for 20 minutes in between your class. That's all it takes, and you'll see progress. Those are just excuses. Those are not reasons to work out, or reasons not to work out. Those are just the excuses that you're coming up with in your head. Living at home with no money and saying that you just absolutely cannot afford to work out. Yeah, you can. I just explained that. Use the furniture around your house. Use, make weights. I'm sure that there is somehow you can get a hold of something that'll hold a container of water, and you can measure that water and you can use that as weights. That is the perfect way. It's not that hard. You're just making that excuse. I made that excuse for years. That is the main excuse I used. I have no money to go to a gym. I have no way to get to a gym. I live in the country, and I used to take the fact that I live in the country for granted. Do you know how awesome it is to go walk the country roads and to see the country scenery? That is what I do. Now, right now it's cold out, and I don't like to walk in the cold. My lungs can't handle cold air. so I don't walk. But on days like today where it's only 40 out and it's not really that bad out, I just walked a mile and a half because I could. You know, use that to your advantage. You know, use the surrounding areas around you. If you live in wooded areas, go walk. I'm sure you can make your own trails. If you live near a park, I'm sure that park has a walking track. Go walk on it. Stop making excuses. Just go do it. Get inspired. You're not going to do anything unless you're inspired to do it. So you need to get inspired. And the two main things that I used to get myself inspired was Instagram and Pinterest. I pin all the time on Pinterest. I pin fitness, I pin inspirational quotes, I pin everything on Pinterest, but I pin a lot about working out. And I get inspired by Pinterest. That is like one of my main inspirations. And then on Instagram, not only do I hashtag, you know, fit girls, fit women, and guys can do it too, but I follow before and after weight loss. I follow, you know, fit girls. I follow, you know, and I don't look for the girls that are like six-pack, muscle, bodybuilders. I look for girls like me who are just trying to build their body. Not get into a bodybuilding competition, because that's not what I'm looking for. I'm just looking to look healthy. And that's what I want, and that's what I look for. And that's what you guys, you know, you need to figure out what you want. And then once you figure out what you want, you guys need to look for that. And you guys need to find people that give you inspiration. Even if it's celebrities that are giving you inspiration, look for those. You know, print out quotes and put them around your room. I know that sounds cliche, but it works. It works to reread quotes over and over and over because they get stuck in your head and you're never gonna quit then. Make small changes. Small changes will make a huge difference. My biggest change I ever made was I stopped drinking caffeine. I cut caffeine completely out of my life. I no longer drink any type of carbonated soda. I don't drink any soda. I don't drink anything that has any ounce of caffeine in it. I don't drink coffee. I strictly drink water with flavoring, and I drink juice, and that's it. That is all I will drink, are those two things. And that was the biggest life-changing decision I've ever made, was doing that. And that's all it takes. When going out to eat with your family, you know, me, I always reached for that, you know, juicy double bacon burger. Like, I just wanted that bacon cheeseburger, and I loved every ounce of it, and I just ate the crap out of like juicy hamburgers because I don't eat steak, and I ate, you know, just greasy food. And now when I go out to eat with my family, I always opt for a salad. I'm like, I want a salad, I want it grilled, and I want my dressing on the side. And that's what I love. Like, you just have to make small changes. When you're sitting and you're watching TV, and when I sit and watch TV, I always crave something salty. I always want something crunchy, something that, you know, I can just continuously eat and not think about it. I usually went for potato chips, and I could eat half a bag of potato chips at a time just by watching an hour-long show. And so instead of doing that, get almonds, get peanuts, get some type of nut. Because nuts are healthy for you, and peace on those. And if you don't like nuts, then find another alternative. They're not hard to find at all. Just little switches like that, just small changes in your diet will make a huge difference in your lifestyle, I promise. Whenever it comes to working out, you need to ease into it. Don't go in there full force. I made that mistake. I made the mistake of doing 50 lunches a day, doing, you know, 25 sit-ups a day, doing as many, you know, as much as the exercises I could get in. I forced myself, and I strained myself, and I did everything I possibly could, and I was so sore. So sore. Whenever it comes to, like, especially if you were like me, where you hardly did any physical exercise before you decided to work out, and you just all of a sudden, like, jump into it, you need to ease into it, you know. Do small reps of your workouts that you're wanting to do. Research the workouts that, like, say you have problems in some areas, whereas I want to tone my thighs and my arms. Those are my biggest, like, concerns. So what I do is I do workouts that work my arms and my thighs and my stomach, and then I just take those, and I started out small. I did, 10 of them. Then I up it to 15. Then I upped it to 20. Then I upped it to 25. And it doesn't matter that you're only doing 10 of them. Just because you're only doing 10, that's 10 more than you were doing the day before. So don't let the number that you can't do 15 push-ups when you first start out. Don't let that discourage you. I've been working out for 3 months, and I can still only do 7 push-ups. But that's because I don't have very good upper body strength, which is what I'm working on, which is what I'm building. So instead of worrying about that number, worry about what you're looking like. Don't worry about that you want to impress somebody else. whenever it comes to working in weights, I started off doing no weights whatsoever. I didn't use weights. I didn't need to use weights. I didn't have any resistance because whatever I was doing was working. And then when I seen it slow down and it wasn't really straining me anymore, my grandma had Zumba, and I have the little weights that are in there, and they weigh like 1.5 pounds each. And I was using those, and they were building resistance. And then whenever they stopped doing that, my mom had 5-pound weights from whenever she started this big workout kick that she was on. She still had the 5-pound weights from them. So I took her 5-pound weights, and I've been using those, and I'm still building off of those, and I'm getting ready to need to, advance up. And whenever that happens, instead of just going out and buying 10-pound weights, all I need to do is, because I don't have any exercise where I'm using both of my arms at the same time besides sit-ups, and there's no way that I can up that to 10 right now. So instead of, going out and buying new, I can just combine the two and hold them in one hand and do it that way. And that saves money. And it's just small things like that. Like, instead of making excuses, make progress in what you need. Another thing is like, talk to your friends. See if anybody in your friend group is wanting to work out. See if anybody in your friend group is wanting to lose weight. And if so, talk to them and get them involved. I really enjoy getting my boyfriend and getting my dog and going to the park and walking the track, because my boyfriend's into weight loss just like I am. And it's not even weight loss, like, he's into working out. He used to be a boxer. He used to train all the time, and then he stopped, and now he wants to get back into it. Especially since, I've gotten into it, now he wants to get back into it. So we, work with each other, and, we, pep talk each other and get each other into doing it and get each other excited about doing it. So that's what you guys need, too. If you guys can find a friend or a boyfriend or an aunt, an uncle, or, somebody, just anybody that you're close with, that, you see all the time, that they want to do it, that they can, give you pep talks, they can talk you into doing it, and they can, keep you motivated. Get one of those. And if you don't have that, I will be that. I will keep you motivated. I will help you through this. I just want you guys to better your life like I bettered my own. And those are the things that I can say, what to do whenever starting workout, but there's some things that you don't need to do that tend to be overlooked in a lot of sense. And the first one is don't weigh yourself. The scale is your worst enemy. I promise you that one. Because the problem is when you're working out, you're expecting to lose weight, and you're not. You're gonna gain weight. You may lose weight at first, but you're gonna start gaining it again, because muscle weighs more than fat. And if you just continue to weigh yourself, you're gonna get discouraged, because that number is either gonna stay the same or it's gonna go up. And whenever that happens, you're gonna be like, well, it's not working, so I might as well quit. I mean, there's nothing more here to do. Don't do it. Instead, because I like to know what my body is doing. I like to know the changes that my body is making. I use a seamstress measurer, a plastic tape measure that's flexible, and I measure myself. I measure my arms, my thighs, my waist, my hips, and I just measure that to see the changes. And I've been measuring my body since July of last summer. So I have July's numbers that I can compare myself to now and go, wow, I've really made a difference with myself. And you can do that too. All you gotta do, and they're 99 cents at the dollar store. And honestly, if you can't afford that, if you can't, afford one, and I understand completely that maybe you have other necessities, maybe, you just don't have that extra dollar. Just take any old string that you have laying around and cut it. And you'll start seeing that, that string gets smaller and smaller. It doesn't take, again, that's why I'm making this channel, because I'm one of those people that don't have a lot of money, that can't just go out and buy all these materials that everybody talks about on YouTube. The second thing of not doing is don't starve yourself. Don't take away, don't take away all your chips, don't take away all your cookies, don't take away all your chocolate, don't take away all your snacks, because the more you take away, the more you'll want to cave. So if you worked out that morning, you can eat not whatever you want. You need to limit it, but you can still have that taste of, a sugar cookie. I love sugar cookies. Sugar cookies are my weakness. I love them. I walked 1.5 miles today. So I rewarded myself by eating a sugar cookie. I let myself have that sugar cookie. It doesn't take a lot to burn that many calories. So just, if you work out, allow yourself that snack. Allow yourself that, bite-sized candy bar. Allow yourself that, small amount of chips. Allow yourself, if you have that one craving that you just always have. Allow it for yourself. Otherwise, you're not going to do it. You're not going to complete it. And that's what's been helping me is I haven't been starving myself. I haven't deprived myself of foods I love. If my parents went out to eat today and I went with them, and because I worked out so much today, I worked out this morning when I woke up, I went for a walk, and then I worked out after the walk. If I really, really, really wanted that bacon cheeseburger, I'd eat that bacon cheeseburger because I worked out enough today to take care of that bacon cheeseburger that I wouldn't have to worry about it, and I wouldn't guilt myself upon it. And the same thing, like, if you starve yourself, you're going to guilt yourself because you've already given in to temptation. So now you feel like you've messed up, and if you've messed up once, why continue? Because you're just going to continue to mess up, which isn't the case. That's why you shouldn't starve yourself. And the third thing is I hate the word skinny. I hate it. Everybody has their own definition of what the body should look like. Go for what you want your body to look like. Don't go for what Cosmopolitan tells you to look like. Don't go for what your mom tells you to look like. Don't go for what your boyfriend tells you to look like. Don't go for what, your sister's telling you. Go for what you want. Go for what you believe in. Because in my eyes, I'm never going to be skinny. I'm never going to be a size 2 because I have hips and I have an ass. And that keeps me from getting into a size, that's keeping me from getting into a size 11. And that's completely okay with me because you know what? I may be in a size 11, but I am a healthy size 11. And there is a such thing as a healthy size 11. Just because I have a toned butt, and just because I have wide set hips because I am made to have babies does not mean I am not healthy. That just means that I have a nice butt and I have hips, and so I'm not going to stretch as bad whenever I have kids. That's all that means. That doesn't mean I'm ugly. That doesn't mean I'm fat. That doesn't mean anything. The size of your pants does not mean anything. So don't try to get in that size 2. Just try to be healthy. That's all it takes. So if you need anything, if you need advice, if you need anything, my links will be below. My Pinterest, my Instagram, my Twitter. Message me, get a hold of me. I will help you. That is what I'm here for. I plan on helping you. That is my entire goal for making these videos. And if I can help just one person, then sitting here and talking to myself for 20 minutes was completely worth it. So, this is the second episode of Workout Wednesday. There will be another episode next Wednesday. And if you guys have any questions, again, my links are in the down bar. And don't be afraid to contact me. I love talking to everybody. I love interacting with my viewers, and I love knowing who my viewers are. So if you have any other questions, you know how to get a hold of me. If not, then bye.